Hey guys, welcome back to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day in your kitchen is an adventure. My name is Bethy.
My name is Jurni.
And we are back 6 months later.
6 months later.
Woo!
Long 6 months.
What did you do last time?
We made tikka masala.
Tikka masala.
We made tikka masala.
That was really good.
It was amazing.
It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But today we are going to make a African dish called fet-cook. Or it starts with a V instead of an F, but it's fet-cook, as I learned it. I was able to go on a missions trip this past fall to South Africa in Eswatini, or Swaziland. And I was able to have some of their traditional meals there, and I was also able to minister the kids there as well, which was really awesome. So,
That's very awesome.
Yeah, and I can't wait to show you guys how to make fet-cook. Fet-cook is it's like a staple in South Africa, and it's basically a sloppy joe, but instead of, your typical, chili kind
Joe.
of... your
Typical Joe.
your typical Joe. Yes, instead of your typical Joe, you're going to have a minced meat curry, or, yeah. So.
Sounds delicious.
Yes, and I can't wait to make it.
I can't wait to eat it.
It's super easy, super simple recipe. So here are the ingredients for both the bun part that we're going to make and the curry part. 5.5 cups of cake flour, plus more. 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 to 3 tablespoons sugar, 1 packet of yeast, or 2 1/4 teaspoon, 2 cups of lukewarm water. As for the curry part, you need 1 pound of minced meat, 2 tablespoons of canola oil, 1 whole onion sliced, 1 teaspoon ground ginger, 1.5 teaspoon of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of curry powder, 2 to 3 tomatoes chopped, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 2 cups of diced potatoes, 1 cup of peas and carrots, 1/2 teaspoon of white pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of hot sauce or cayenne pepper, which is optional, 2 to 3 tablespoons of parsley or cilantro, and some salt to taste. So the first part that we want to do is make the fet-cook, or the buns, first. So we're going to have our 2 cups of lukewarm water, and we're going to add the sugar and yeast together.
You need to give it a little mixy. You want to make sure your water isn't over 110 degrees because you can kill your yeast.
And then just let that sit there for about 5 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes.
All right.
Until it rises and blooms. Next, you're going to add your salt into the flour and give it give it a good mix.
So while we're waiting for this to bloom, I might as well tell you a story about the fat cakes that we're making.
Sweet.
Yeah. So when I was in Eswatini, at the ministry point I was at, there was a stand nearby where they sold these fat cakes, fresh and hot. They were so good, and they're huge, and it's a really dense bread, so it fills you up really fast. So just like one of these balls, you could just eat it for lunch and then you'd be full.
It's been about 5 minutes and our yeast has bloomed, so now we're going to add the flour and salt mixture.
Okay, and then we're going to slowly add the yeast while you stir that in there.
Sure.
All right.
You can just pour it in.
Just pour it all in.
Just pour it all in.
Okay. There you go.
We'll scrape all the yeast out. No yeast left behind. And we're just going to mix.
And then once it gets to a thicker consistency, we'll work it with our hands. Okay, that seems pretty well together. We're gonna cover this loosely and then set it in a draft-free place for about an hour or 2.
So you want it like sticky like this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited to eat this. I've never had fet-cook before.
Yeah. Neither have I until I went to South Africa.
Yes.
So,
Cover it up.
loosely. Alright, I'm going to pull off that little top there so I can get some air. So now that we've collected all of our curry stuff, curry ingredients, we're going to combine all of that, and we're going to start with the oil, potatoes, onions, and meat. And set your stove to medium high.
Yep.
Let's add the oil.
We're going to add the onions. Delicious onions. And this is 1 whole onion.
The potatoes. I'm gonna throw these in as soon as possible because it takes a while for them to cook thoroughly.
Yes.
Finally, the meat.
all means. Chop it up.
And then we're just gonna let that cook until the meat is almost crispy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you don't want to stir the potatoes too much because then it'll become mashy and it won't be very crispy.
We're gonna add a little bit more oil just so that it doesn't stick as much.
Especially if you have leaner meat, you're most likely gonna have to add more oil.
Yep.
Oh, it smells so good.
We haven't even added any of the spices yet.
No, it's the onions.
The onions.
There's a lot of browning on the bottom, which is amazing when you add those onions and it gives out all its water. Then you'll have a deep flavor because there's flavor in the brown.
You get whiffs of that.
It smells amazing. I haven't had breakfast or lunch, so it's like delicious.
Girl, you haven't eaten anything?
I had class.
No wonder you were munching on those chips.
I was. My eyes are still watering.
You were crying so hard with
I
those
was.
onions
There
earlier.
was like tears.
She was
Like,
so
I
sad.
miss you. It was very emotional. So I'd say it's good. Because most of it's brown, so
Alright.
I think we can add our spices now. We are going to add our garlic.
This is the ginger, alright. The curry powder. Paprika. Oh, that was stuck.
It was,
The steam is
steam is like sticking.
the white pepper. And then we have the
Cilantro. Delicious.
Plenty of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and then we're gonna let that, we're gonna stir it in and let that sit for about 2 minutes before adding the tomatoes. Let that sit for 2 minutes.
I wonder how this video is going to come out. It really shows our personalities.
Yes.
Yeah, my mom's like, you're going to go take a public speaking class because you have trouble asking for to-go boxes. And I was like, no.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
It's like, can I?
Give up.
But I do it. Stir.
It's been about 2 minutes, and now we're gonna add the tomatoes and let that simmer and cook all together for about 15 minutes.
Okay. Delicious. So how's it looking so far, Bethy?
It's looking pretty good. It'll look more right when the tomatoes have cooked down a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're just gonna cook it or stir it around every once in a while so that it just doesn't get stuck on the bottom. So.
Sounds good. Bread?
Bread! Okay, we have our bread out now, and it is doubled in size, and it's a very happy bread.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're just gonna knead it a little bit and just fold it inward. I'm not the bread master, so I will probably have Jurni step in at one point and save me, because I guarantee you I'm gonna mess up something.
You will do wonderful. You'll be okay. Sticky, and fluffy,
yes.
and airy, and we're just gonna work out those bubbles.
Should we add
and
some
stuff.
flour
You can
on
put
top
some
a
flour
little
on your hands,
Yeah.
and then maybe work
bit?
like
Probably
that.
a good idea.
I'm gonna pour it out on the counter.
Yep.
Good idea. Flop. Oh, look at it.
Could you give me a spatula to get all the rest of the bread out? Or that.
I got you the spatula.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Magically appears on the counter.
Oh, it's still really sticky even
Yeah.
with. It's the cake flour.
Yeah.
It is. Give it a good stir.
You be mean to it. I can't be mean.
But I'm so sweet. I'm just a baby.
I'll get you some more flour.
Thank you. Make sure the dough feels like bun consistency, so you're really gonna work the flour.
Yes.
I mean the dough.
Work the flour.
Work the flour. I mean essentially it is flour.
I believe in you, Jurni.
Thank you. You're so kind.
Maybe I should just wash my hands and do the stirring. Yeah, this is starting to look right.
Oh, good.
Yeah, boy.
The dough is coming together too, which is good.
You're doing a good job, Jurni. Thank you for taking over.
Oh, you're welcome. Take it.
Do you need some more flour in there?
I want to say no because I have a feeling it's gonna it doesn't have a lot of gluten,
Okay.
so it's not gonna come together how I'm thinking it's gonna come together as fast. But yes, flour would be great. Okay. Short answer, yes. Flour would be great.
And then once we've all incorporated everything and stopped making such a big mess, we're gonna divide the dough into about 10 to 12 pieces.
Okay. How's this looking, Bethy? Is this the consistency that we're looking for?
That is the consistency that we're looking for.
Okay, good. Okay, what's next?
All right, now we're just gonna divide the bread and turn it into some thick circular.
Okay, so do you want me to like roll it out or?
We'll just
You're gonna do it like a biscuit dough.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
like
Chop it
a
up.
roll. So you're gonna cut it in half and just roll, like literally roll it into a
Okay.
bun.
I don't know what happened, but it's gotten sticky again.
It's because there's not flour over it.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're dividing it into 12 pieces total. Okay, so now we're gonna roll them up into balls. How are you gonna do this?
Kind of like a regular like hamburger kind of bun.
Okay,
Just a circle, really. I believe the recipe says to about 3 inches wide. And then once we're done making all of these, we'll pop them into the fryer.
So they're gonna puff up.
Yeah, they're gonna puff up a good bit.
Okay.
So.
It's snowing in Texas. It's 81 degrees outside and it's February. So,
Ridiculous.
very disappointed. It's so soft and fluffy. It's like a cloud.
Yeah. That curry looks good.
It smells divine.
Yeah.
We are going to taste it to make sure the potatoes are cooked. This is my favorite part. I think we should add some salt.
I agree.
It's fancy.
That's magical. Okay.
That's good.
I got excited. I'm sorry.
We'll start out with a little bit and then we'll work our way up. Oh, there's flour. Hello. That's fine. It'll thicken it up a little bit.
My
more.
bad. All right, we have our fryer out and the oil is completely ready. So we're just gonna plop these in one at a time, and we
Okay.
also have most of our curry ready to go to be eaten. We just have to add the peas and carrots. These are canned, so they're already pre-cooked, so we don't want them to get too mushy. So we're just gonna wait a little bit until like the very last second to just add them in there.
Sounds
So,
good.
Buns first, then we'll do
Okay.
peas and carrots. All right. So you want to add just one to the basket
Sure.
that we have. We'll do one at a time so that they don't stick together. Plop that in the basket. Perfect. All right. All right. And then, as you can see, it'll sink at first a little bit, and then it'll float up pretty fast. And so we'll wait about 3 to 5 minutes. Just wait until they're nice, a nice, beautiful golden brown. Preferably a little bit of a darker color, so that since the dough is so dense, it'll
Like
take
a burger bun?
Yeah, it'll take a little bit
Okay.
longer for it to cook in the middle, so we gotta wait for it to get a nice deep color. Flip it over that way. There you go. Okay.
So is it like rotation?
Yeah,
Like
we'll flip it back
rotating?
and forth
Okay.
to get the golden brown on both sides. So you can see they've gotten a lot puffier than when they were just before you put them in. So that second one that we put in has gotten quite puffy, as you can see.
Oh, so this is the first one?
Yeah, the smaller one's the first one. The second one is a lot puffier.
My mom always says the first ones are for the dogs
Oh. Well.
because of how sometimes it's hard.
Yeah. Let's see if we can flip this over. Whoop. There we go. There we go. It's getting nice and crispy. I would probably wait until it's a little bit darker on that color, but overall it's looking pretty good.
It smells so good.
I remember when I was having these in Swazi, since they were handmade, and you wouldn't have it with the minced curry, it would just be by itself. There was like a special like hand technique that we were taught on like how to like form the dough so that it gets like a smooth edge with just one hand. It's a very intricate like
That's awesome.
twist of the hand, and then she just kind of turns her hand over and like squeezes it out and just plops in the oil.
Wow.
It's getting pretty good.
So is it like crispy on the outside and kind of chewy in the middle?
Soft and chewy on the inside.
Okay.
It is a little bit of a waiting game, I will say.
I bet it's worth it though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's so soft. It's like, just gonna put my head down and just.
Yeah, so this is the kind of color that we're looking for. So this one's almost there. Just need it to get a little bit darker. But this one, I'm pretty sure we can pull out pretty soon.
Drip, 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 drip. And we also have a paper towel down. So any oil that's on it, it can soak up and it won't be very oily. We're gonna drop another one.
Yeah, you could probably add another one too, since we got some room. You can see how much more it bubbles around the new one that we just put in compared to the one that's been cooking in here for a couple minutes. So crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside.
Oh my goodness. It's like powdered sugar over it. Like powdered.
I told her earlier, I'm like, have you ever done pepper sugar?
Not yet. It would be really good though.
It would. It's probably not with the filling, just by
Well,
itself.
not with the
Or like a light chocolate drizzle.
Or you could stuff it with like lemon cream or something. Like, it would be so good. But I have to taste it, the bread texture, to know what would be good inside. Because right now I'm just like guessing. I think I did.
Do you want to cut open the first one and check
Sure.
and see if it's been cooked fully? Yeah.
Hot. It's still actually.
When I ate it in South Africa, we opened it up a little bit so that it created like a little pocket, and then we filled it.
Okay.
with-
So is that like, that's how it.
Yeah, but you can cut it all the way in half, which is
Okay.
fine. So
This one's just a little bit thinner,
Yeah.
so it might cut uneven, but
that's okay.
it's still actually really hot. There we go. Look at that. It's a
Check
heart.
the inside.
Look how amazing.
Yay.
It's a heart. It's Valentine's. It's February.
It is February. Does it look cooked in the middle there?
Yeah.
Do that.
We're gonna taste it.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Valentine's Day.
Mm. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Got
it's
a nice crunch on the outside,
deep fried, okay?
the chewiness on the inside.
If you just want to make the dough, like the bread, you can totally sprinkle some powdered sugar. Or, you know what? We're going to sprinkle some powdered sugar.
Let's go.
I'm going to do it on top.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tastes like a donut.
Like a donut and a beignet. Kind of. I guess it's like the same thing. But it's just really crispy.
Yeah. What's that? It's like fried pancake mix, and you like it's like a bunch of like what?
Funnel cake.
Funnel cake. That's the word. A funnel
It
cake.
does remind
It's like a funnel
me.
cake.
Mhm.
Powdered sugar is going everywhere. All right, so we finished frying up our little dough balls, and we kind of reheated up the curry a little bit since it took a while to get all of them fried. So now we're gonna add our peas and carrots and stir those in, and then our curry part will be done.
Look at how beautiful it is. It's gonna be so good. So amazing.
Yep.
Ta-da.
So you can see it looks quite crispy and hard on the outside, and then it's like a nice soft bread on the inside. So, all right. So I finished incorporating those peas and carrots.
All right,
Let's
dig in.
scoop it on there. Take one of them. All right. Does that look good to you?
It's perfect.
Is it too much? Okay,
Yes.
I can take off now. There you go.
That looks great. We're
All
gonna
right, cut it in half.
It's gonna be so.
And try it out.
Yes. There you go.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Here's the inside. It looks so good.
All right. Cheers.
Definitely very sloppy Joe-like.
Yes. I think you could do with a little bit more salt since we didn't add some earlier at the beginning.
Yeah,
But-
salt to taste.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
But it's still so amazing.
Yes. You know, Jurni, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like some hot sauce might add a little extra kick to it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like some Cholula or Tabasco or, you know, something. Something a little, give a little extra kick to that,
Okay.
for sure.
So will it give it like some acidity? Add some
Yeah,
acidity
a little
to
bit
it?
of acidity from the, you know, the vinegar inside the hot sauce. So I think it'll be really good with
Oh,
that
yeah.
on there. Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You guys, it's really good.
Yeah. Simple, easy meal. You just kind of throw, I mean, everything's thrown in there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's really good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, you guys. We hope you enjoyed the video.
We had
And
a lot of fun.
yes, and we hope that you make it sometime for your family. I certainly, definitely will be making it more in the future.
Yes, thank you for sharing this with me. It's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Absolutely a blast to make something again with you.
Yes, it was
Yes.
so fun.
Comment below on what we should make next. Maybe another curry.
Alrighty.
All right. Bye, guys.